Welcome everybody to match day 4 here at Memorial Stadium, where in today's matchup is between the visiting Scarborough Red Storm and your Deering Rams. And coming into this game, Scarborough has 2 wins and 1 tie. They are on a 2-game winning streak. Their last game was against South Portland, and they won that game 2-1. On the other hand, Deering is coming in with 2 losses and 1 tie, but their recent game was against Massabesic, and they drew 2-2. This is going to be an uphill battle for this Deering team. Scarborough coming off of a state championship game, and I mean, it's going to be a tough one for Deering.
Well, and as we've noticed, Scarborough has plenty of reserves on the bench for players to sub in and out. Deering, on the other hand, they have 3.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be not only tough playing against a really good opponent, but it's going to be tough physically playing this game. Today is a little bit warmer than it has been in about a week. So hopefully the kids have stayed hydrated and can play a lot of minutes.
Yeah, and going into last season, both of these teams did play each other, and Scarborough did win 3-0. And so it's for Deering, the name of the game is to keep it close and to capitalize on any chances you can create. You don't want to give this Scarborough team any momentum, and it's tough to come back if you allow any goals.
Well, and this is our first time seeing this Deering team, so we're not sure which direction it's going to go, and it looks, well, the direction right now looks like maybe Deering won the coin toss.
And so we'll see who comes out on top between the Rams and Red Storm, and we'll be back for player introductions and the national anthem.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Memorial Field, home of the Deering High School Rams. Deering Soccer would like to welcome our opponents from Scarborough High School. Now let's get to the starting lineup, so we'll begin with the visitors, the Red Storm. Number 2, Grace Carlista. Number 6, Shay Charsky. Number 8, Maya Taylor. Number 9, Paige Garlock. Number 10, Delia Fravor. Number 13, Emmy Flaker. Number 15, Emma Blanchett. Number 17, Megan Rummelhart. Number 20, Maggie Booth. Number 24, Josie Duncan. And in net for the Red Storm, number 1, Sophia Rinaldi. The Red Storm are coached by Mike Farley, assisted by Doug Bennett, Hadley Escott, and Jill Deering. And now the starting lineups for your Deering High School Rams. Freshman number 2, Natalie Cameron. Junior Vice Captain number 7, Sophia Nieves. Junior number 8, Annika Ginn. Freshman number 9, Vesta McCarroll Christmas. Senior number 10, Isa Garcia. Sophomore number 11, Elise Britting Brown. Sophomore number 15, May Emery. Senior captain number 18, Elsa Freeman. Senior number 19, Violet Bloom Levine. Senior captain number 20, Maya Landry. And the net for your Rams, freshman wearing number 0, Annabelle Price. The Rams are coached by Paul Cameron and assisted by Tony Yeboah. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and face the open end of the field as we honor America and those who defend her with the playing of our national anthem. Our officials for this afternoon are Arunia Kenyi and Michael Haynes. Our athletic administrator is Michael Daly. Our on-site athletic trainer is Greg Tozy.
And here we go for the start of this game. Scarborough starting out with the ball.
What a beautiful night for soccer.
.40 on the clock for the first half.
Lights are not on yet at the stadium.
It's going to be taken by Nieves.
Well, and the one thing I noticed during the introduction of the Deering players, they have a number of freshmen on this team. So if anything, they're gaining experience playing at this level for future seasons at Deering. It's usually pretty tough for a freshman to be in the starting role on a varsity team, but not here.
Flaker in the corner, but it was kicked away by Nieves. It's kept in by Carlista, and Deering able to get out of some pressure, but Scarborough will keep possession. It's in the middle of the field. Garcia getting it up. And where Deering doesn't have a lot of subs, they're going to want to limit the amount of running they do. Taken down by Flaker.
Yeah, you can hear some comments about getting the passes just a little bit smoother because they've been able to get the ball away from Scarborough. They just got to move it up the field.
And it's going to be a throw-in. And it's going to be the game's first corner for Scarborough. It's going to be taken by Delia Farvert. crossed in. It's low. It was intercepted by Freeman. It's crossed back in. And it's going to be a goal kick.
Wow, that was a good battle. The goalie was a little far out from the net, so the defenders had to block Scarborough from getting the ball, which resulted in the goal kick. So good defense.
It's going to find Duncan. Duncan will boot it up the field. And it's going to be an offsides. Nieves. And it's going to be a Scarborough throw-in. Duncan. It's going to be taken down and right to Price. Shot was by Farbert. Nothing on the shot. And 5 minutes down in this game. And Scarborough starting to mount pressure on Deering.
Yeah, the ball hasn't really crossed the midfield in any sustained action for Deering. At least not yet.
Scarborough controlling the tempo now. Duncan. It's kicked into the corner. It was a battle between Flaker and Nieves having to kick it out. And Price able to scoop it up.
Yeah, thankfully that didn't get too far away. There was a Scarborough player standing right there.
Garcia not able to bring it down. And it was off the face of Levine. Deering will get possession from it. It's kicked up. And it's going to slowly roll out. And great defense by Deering to stop anything from going forward. It's going to get kicked to Duncan. And for Deering, all it's going to take is one chance if they can keep Scarborough off the scoreboard.
Yeah, they just got to They got to get control of the ball and keep it for a few passes to get it down the field. They've just been disrupted.
And the first touch, Scarborough will keep possession. Farvert will
Good fake.
try to get it, and the shot is wide by Garlic. Yeah, every opportunity Deering can get to settle the ball.
Yeah, it's been tough to put together one or two passes.
Reminder today here at Deering Girls Soccer, we're celebrating our friends at Longfellow Elementary School, right next to Deering High School, our future athletes.
It's to Flaker and taken off the ball by Brown.
Yeah, that was a great play. And then the player that she took the ball from was none too happy and gave her a shoulder, which is a foul.
Taken quickly. And Freeman was trying to go between her legs to get the defender off. Deering able to get possession. It's again to Freeman.
Oh, darn. That looked promising. Promising and encouraging for Deeren to know that they can put some of those together. You know, all it takes is just, put something up on the scoreboard or at least get Scarborough thinking that they're going to have to be extremely careful.
Under 29 and a half to go in the first half. It's kicked up. It is Booth able to get to it, but kicked away by Emery. Garcia taking the ball away, getting up to Ginn. And it's cross the field.
Watch out behind.
And the ball was taken away by Rummelhart. Deering able to string some passes together, but that's as far as they have gotten. But it's starting to look a lot better.
It certainly is, isn't it? I mean, they're
Freeman getting space, getting it to the other side of the field. Garcia able to get to it. And it's kicked out.
Okay, Deeren here putting a little bit of pressure on.
Yeah, Maya Taylor, all she could do was kick it out to relieve some pressure that Deering has started to create.
Yeah, it's just taken a little while for Deeren to get in the groove, but it's certainly happening now.
Garcia, it's cross the field, taken away. Garlock trying to get it up the field. Farvert And it's up to Booth. Booth crossing sides of the field, but Cameron there to kick it away.
Well, Darren's defense has been pretty darn good.
Flaker able to kick it back towards the net, and it's over the top.
Wow.
A header by Grace Carlista comes this close with 26 and a half minutes to go in the first half from getting the first goal.
Well, that was a really good opportunity.
Garcia and great by Deering to get the ball away. Again, can't get it to a Deering foot.
Nice move.
Nieves cutting off the angle.
Yeah, too hard to try to get it to a Darren player to move it up the field.
Freeman getting it to Ginn. Ginn with some open space. Christmas getting it back to Ginn. Deering able to get out of the sideline, switching sides of the field. Garcia and miscommunication. I don't think Freeman was ready for the pass.
I mean, it was the right play, but yeah, you're right. The player getting the ball needs to be aware it's coming.
Deering definitely keeping pressure off of them. Nieves kicking it out.
Yeah, sometimes the best defense is at the out of bounds. Regroup.
Scarborough switching sides of the field. It's Blanchette. And Deering having none of that. Garcia getting it to Cameron. And it's going to stay in. And it finally rolls out.
I know the Scarborough play is trying to play the out of bounds line, but the Darren play came up kind of quickly.
And no matter what the outcome of this game, with 23 minutes left to go in the first half, it's one of those games where if Deering, for every second it's still tied, there is a chance to come away with something from this game.
Yeah, they really, so far, they just need a couple of good passes. They are looking good.
Freeman, it's up to a Deering foot, but it was taken away by Flaker. Taken away.
Oh,
Garlock to Flaker. And Deering able to get it away. It's up to again, but taken away once again from Scarborough. Taylor getting up to Flaker. Flaker crossing it, and it took a couple of deflections. Flaker with the ball, putting it back into the middle, but Deering kicking it out. Again, will bring it down. It's up towards Garcia. Scarborough starting to put a little bit more pressure. It's in the corner to Booth. Booth will cross it in. Flaker can't get anything on it. Again, holding off.
looking for
Taylor.
a teammate. Boy, what hustle.
Again, and it's going to be a foul on Maya Taylor.
Wow. What hard work. Just looking for a teammate.
So Deering having a chance on the free kick. It's going to be a 3-woman wall. And the ref is going to pace 10 steps, pushing the wall back. It's crossed in there and just goes by everybody. So it's going to be a goal kick. And those are the chances Deering needs to capitalize on.
Yeah.
19 and a little less than 19 and a half to go in the first half. But the first quality chance for Deering. Garlock kicking it up. It fell to Flaker. Flaker will get to it. Flaker will cross it in. And misplayed. And the header by Booth is right to Annabelle Price. And it's going to be a foul on Deering. The free kick is going to be taken by Josie Duncan. And it goes over everyone's head. Price will grab the ball. And for Deering, they got to be thinking, we've kept Scarborough from getting any great chance, and they're in this game because of it.
Well, and the thing, too, is it just takes one play, like a corner kick, a free kick, that Deering's had a couple of opportunities at. And handball?
I believe that was a handball. So it's going to be a free kick right on the 30, just in front of the 35-yard line. And Price will watch it go out, so Deering is going to have a goal kick.
Well, a good offense starts with a really good defense, and so far tonight, Deering's defense has done pretty well. They're just looking for that couple of quick passes, move the ball up the field, and potentially score.
Going to be a throw-in for Scarborough. 16 and a half minutes to go. It's going to fall to Farvert and off the no, that's in.
Oh, must have just went up into the corner.
So Delia Farvert.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, that was a goal.
Huh.
So that goal comes with 16:10 left on the clock.
Well, that's a tough one. Not much you can do to defend that when it just goes underneath the top crossbar.
23:50 expired in this first half. Scarborough's goal. Scored by number 10, Delia Fraver.
Garcia will get to it. It's kept in. No. It must have just snuck over the line.
We have a whistle. Maybe the ball needed to be thrown in a little further back.
And throw in for Scarborough. Under 15 to go. It's Farvert. And it's going to be a throw. Farvert crossing it in. It took a deflection. Again, fighting off two Scarborough players. And they're going to earn themselves a throw.
Yeah, that was great. That was a lot of hard work to keep control of that ball. But that's what it's going to take.
A reminder that the concession stands are open this afternoon for your snacking pleasure. Staffed by the purple and white boosters here to support athletics in the Deering community. Again, the concessions are open for your snacking pleasure. Staffed by our volunteers from the purple and white boosters.
And Price is going to run to the ball, scoop it up. It's in the corner. It's crossed in. And it's going to be a second goal by Delia Farvert. And it was crossed in by Maggie Booth.
Yeah, no one there to defend the cross. And easy drop-in goal.
And so Scarborough, once they got that first one, the floodgates are open now. And we'll see if Deering can regain any composure.
43 seconds expired in this
Freeman. And it's going to be a throw-in for Deering. Again, and it's booted high into the air, and it's another Deering throw-in.
Well, Darren just needs to put some pressure on here. They got to get the... There we go.
Scarborough able to regain possession. Carlista kicking it up. Garcia. Carlista intercepting the pass. It's Farvert. Carlista. Under 11 and a half to go. Carlista able to get around a couple defenders. And keeping it from being a corner, so it's going to be a throw-in. Under 11 to go. Crossed in, and Price there to scoop it up. And I do have to say, Annabelle Price is a freshman, so they'll have a stable goalkeeper for at least the next 3 years. And there you go.
Just as you speak about the ability of the goalkeeper, you're right.
And throw in for Deering. It was forced by Natalie Mababadu. So there's still some chance for Deering to create a good chance towards the net.
Yeah, 2 goals, not a lot in high school soccer.
Into the lineup for Scarborough. Number 4, Pete Poprisky. Number 11, Pete Goodwin. And number 26, Abigail Resquina.
It's out towards Goodwin. Goodwin will kick it up. And Deering able to get it out of pressure, but it's taken away by Goodwin. And Freeman will force the throw in, so taken by Blanchette. Out to Goodwin. Goodwin will cross it in. And the back heel attempt by Farvert goes out of bounds.
If that had worked, that would have been a beautiful back heel to keep the ball from going out and putting it back in front of the net.
And it's going to roll out. 7 minutes to go. And tonight is Deering is hosting students from Longfellow. And there are a lot of little kids running around. So it's a pretty good sized crowd.
Good community outreach, considering the buildings are right next door to each other.
Taken away. It's up to Goodwin. Goodwin will put it towards the net, but Price there to scoop it up.
Yeah, this area of Portland, you could go from kindergarten to graduation within about half a mile by foot. The high school's here, the elementary school's right next door, and the middle school is just up the street, a couple of blocks.
And if you wanted to, you could go to college right on the...
Oh, on the same, you're right, on the same street. University of New England is just up the street a little further. So you could actually, you're right. Forgot. Thanks, Seth. You could actually go from kindergarten to graduating from college without leaving Stevens Avenue.
And Price there to scoop it up. 5 minutes to go. It's in the middle of the field, and a free runner by Abby Roberts, and she puts it into the back of the net for the third goal with 4 minutes and 38 seconds left to go in the first half.
Yeah, just a little toe flick. Just tapped it enough to get it past the goalie. Well, that's finesse for you. Well, and, I think unfortunately this is where not having a lot of reserves is affecting Deering, because these players are playing all 80 minutes.
And normally you play the whole game, but normally that's if you're a professional. And that shot hit the post on the top of it, so it's going to be a goal kick.
Although I did see a story that some of the players in Europe on the professional level are calling for a strike, saying they play too many games. One of them, he said, by the time the season ends with regular season tournaments playing for his country, he's played about 75 games. And when you're playing 90 minutes on the professional level, it's a lot of minutes with practice, travel. I don't know if they go out on strike or not, but it certainly is a lot.
And in high school, compared to the professional, is you can sub in and out as many times as you want.
As long as you have the subs, which Deering really doesn't.
It's taken by Scarborough. And Price will scoop it up. Just over 2 minutes to go. And Roberts will flick it over Price's head for the fourth goal.
Yeah, that's the danger for a goalie, to be out that far, because once that ball gets lifted, it's difficult to back up and go track it down.
And at this point for Deering, you just want to work on any fundamentals, trying to get passing for later on in the season. Under a minute and a half.
Yeah, that little bit of momentum that Darren had gained about 20 minutes ago has certainly shifted.
Under a minute to go. It's kicked in there. It's in the corner by Goodwin. And Freeman screaming in there to get the ball away. But Scarborough will keep possession.
Yeah, those long passes like that are great to get the ball out, but you really need to get to a teammate.
Freeman. Keeping possession. Kicking it backwards. And taken away. So Deering getting some momentum up the field. And Roberts will win the foot race, but the horn sounds for the end of the first half. And the halftime score is Scarborough 4, Deering nothing. And for a while there, Deering kept Scarborough from getting any chances.
Yeah, I mean, they really played hard. It was just difficult to get, enough passes in a row to get the ball up the field to try to put something together. So they'll just go in at half here and have a discussion about just dig in and work real hard the second half.
Yeah, as soon as that first goal by Delia Farvert went in, it almost looked like Scarborough started to relax a little bit. I think the pressure of not scoring any goals for Scarborough was starting to mount. But as soon as that goal went through, they scored 3 more.
Well, and the thing is the first goal was, I wasn't sure that it went in. And out of the 4 goals, that was the toughest one because it hit the upper corner of the net, and it went in, hitting the bar and popping back out. So that was the most difficult of the 3. The other 3 after that was some chip shots.
So 2 goals scored by Delia Farver and 2 by Abby Roberts makes this a 4-0 game, Scarborough over Deering. And we'll be back for second half action. Here we go for the start of the second half. 40 more minutes on the clock. Garcia not able, a little too fast.
Yeah, they got to connect on those ones. But as we said earlier, a lot of freshmen on this team. So they're in the learning stages.
And it's going to be the first time that a Scarborough goalkeeper has touched the ball. And I think the goal for Deering is to keep Scarborough off the scoreboard the rest of the game. And it's kicked in there and deflected out. And it was shot wide by Emma Blanchette. Taylor will take it to the corner. Nieves getting it up. Again. And it's intercepted by Booth.
Yeah, having to kick it out just to play defense. And I think the Darren player was looking for someone to pass the ball to, but no one was coming around, and so it ended up off to the side and then getting kicked out.
A battle between Ginn and Taylor.
That was a great battle. And to come out of that with no foul on either player is pretty good.
Ginn kicking it too far.
Yeah, the finesse is just not there.
Taken down by Carlista. Out to Taylor. And picked up by Annabelle Price. taken by Farvert. And Farvert will take it. Gets thrown in. And the shot by Carlisa is over the net. Deering will get the throw in. It's going to be taken by Lila Ridge. Cross sides of the field to Duncan. Duncan will have space, kicks it up, and it's kicked away by Maya Landry. But it's going to be a corner for Scarborough. It's crossed in. And it's out on Scarborough, so it's going to be a goal kick.
That was good defense down in there. And it's tough as a goalie when you have, almost 20 players standing around and not knowing exactly where the ball is.
Just under 34 minutes to go.
Oh, handball?
Handball.
Yeah, and those are the little things, too, that can stop momentum. The ball bouncing up and just hitting an arm or a hand.
Carlista getting it to Booth, and Booth kicking it wide. Booth, it deflected, kicked up. Garcia trying to get it to Cameron, but Deering can't keep possession. They've strung a couple passes together, but Deering giving it back to Scarborough every time they get a couple passes in.
Yeah. It's as the season goes on, some of those connections will hit. I mean, you can practice all the time, but it's not the same as playing a real game.
It's Taylor.
What a move.
Getting it to the corner. Flaker will force the throw. It falls to Farvert. And kicked away by Brown. Garcia will get it on the sideline. Scarborough getting it right back. Carlista. And kicked out by Maya Landry. And a shot by Farvet went right to Price.
Well, Darren is certainly playing some good defense here. They just got to get something on offense.
Garcia getting it to Ginn. Back to Garcia. Shoots it off the post.
Let me just tell you, that passing was exactly what they needed. They may not have scored, but now they know they can get it done.
And that was the best chance for Deering. Taken down by Carlista. Carlista getting around a couple defenders. Couldn't get around the third. It's Booth. Will get it to the middle of the field. The shot is in and out of the arms of Price, but not much further. 29 minutes to go. It's in the corner. Takes a deflection. It's now in the goalie box. And taken away by Brown. Brown with some space. Now runs into a couple of Scarborough players. Carlista getting it to the middle of the field. Farvert getting it to Booth. Booth will shoot it. And a great save by Price.
Wow.
Holding on to that goal post.
Did exactly what you need your goalie to do. Cut off that easy corner on the inside and force the ball back in the middle and let your defenders kick it away. That was a great play by the goalie.
The corner is going to be taken by Delia Fervert. It's on the far side and out of bounds, so it's going to be a goal kick. And so far, this is where Deering was at this point in the first half, not allowing Scarborough to get anything going. It's kicked up. Duncan there will kick it right back down the field. It was to Flaker. Farver gets it to a Scarborough foot, but Maya Taylor offsides.
Yeah, Darren's not letting Scarborough think they're going to get away with an easy second half.
And Flaker able to force the throw in. It's in the middle of the field.
Yeah, it's a dangerous pass.
It rolls back to Charsky. It's kicked in there. Jin able to somewhat get it away. Scarborough will keep possession. And that one's going to be kept in by Duncan. Brown intercepting the pass, kicking it out of bounds for a Scarborough throw. It's in the corner. It's crossed in. And Deering trying to get it out. And Landry able to boot it up the field. Scarborough mounting pressure right now, and it goes right past Farvert, who is there just at the top of the goalie box. Just over 24 minutes to go. It's a long-range shot that's wide by Carlista.
Yeah, I think at this point some of the Scarborough players are just trying to boot one from 30 yards out, 20 yards out, see what happens. I mean, you can sort of do those things when you got a 4-0 lead.
It's kicked to Duncan on the other side of the field. Duncan will boot it back up the field, and it's going to be saved by Price with pressure from Farvert. And it's going to be a handball, I believe.
Yeah, it could have been. I was thinking maybe it was kicking the ball up a little too high, maybe. But yeah, one of those.
So Deering having a chance to take a little bit of a breather. Taken down by Freeman. And taken away by Taylor. Charsky getting it up the field. It's in the corner by Flaker. And it's in.
Well, that was the Scarborough player got her foot round the ball and lifted it. I mean, that's been the MO of this Scarborough team tonight. They just been able to lift that ball past the goalie. I mean, they've had one really good goal.
So it's now 5-0. And Delia Farvert with the goal. And so she earns herself a hat trick Freeman will shoot it. And it's going to roll out for a corner.
Okay, let's see what Deering can do here.
And it's going to be taken by Vesta Christmas. It's going to be short. It takes a deflection, and it's on the outside of the net. So Deering with another chance.
Well, and as we saw in the game last night, so as you could see, a Scarborough player is tying the shoes of the goalie. And as I had to explain last night, the goalie's got nice, heavy gloves on her hands. And sometimes they're taped on. You don't want to take them back off. And try tying your shoes with oven mitts. That's exactly what the goalie would have to do.
And it's booted out of bounds by Nieves. So it's going to be a corner for Scarborough with just under 20 minutes to go.
A little discussion for some action in front of the net.
Corner's taken, and it's out of bounds. Corner was taken by Maggie Booth. Taken down with space is Annika Ginn. Freeman able to cut across, takes the shot, but with great defense by Megan Rummelhart, the shot was not as strong as Freeman was hoping.
But a promising move there. And that was a nice long pass up the field.
So that was a foul on Deering. It's booted up. And that's going to be a goal kick. So Deering doing just enough to keep that away from a Scarborough player. Nieves getting it up to Christmas, but can't keep it from going out of bounds. And it's going to be a foul on Scarborough. Deering. And Garcia can't keep it for Deering. It's up to Booth. Booth will get it to the middle of the field. And kicked out back towards the sideline. Garcia
Ooh.
and Freeman committing the foul.
And I think it's going to be a yellow.
And
No, is it?
yes, it's going to be a yellow on Elsa Freeman. So
Yeah.
she's going to have to come out of the game.
Well, I don't think she's been informed yet. There we go.
Yeah, for those that do not know, in high school, if you receive a yellow card, you have to be taken out of the game. But you can return when the next substitution happens.
I mean, that was a pretty hard hit. You could hear it up here.
Into the lineup for the Red Storm, number 23, Ellie Rummelhart. And into the lineup for the Rams is number 4.
Just over 16 minutes to go. In the corner, Booth. Booth crossing it. But Landry able to kick it out of the goalie box. Falls to Taylor. Taylor gets it to Booth. And it's going to be kicked out. So Scarborough will have a corner.
Returning for the Red Storm is number 14, Volevsky. And for your Rams, number 18, Elsa Freeman.
Headed away. It's kicked back. Trying to get it back into the corner, but it's going to be a throw-in for Deering.
Yeah, just a miss hit right there. As I always joke with soccer, the brain knows where the ball wants to go, but the foot sometimes doesn't cooperate.
It's in the air. Carlista. It's kicked back to Page. And right to Price.
Yeah, you could see Price is going to be a great goalie through her high school career. Definitely knows where the ball is and will get accustomed to some of those drop toe tap goals that have gotten by her. And it's just judgment. Knowing where you need to be, how far you need to be away from the goal, in the goal. But I definitely think you can see Price has the gift of a goalie.
Freeman will go to the other side of the field. It deflects. Freeman trying to get it to Garcia, but Crosby there to intercept the pass. Again, able to get it back for Deering. And it's going to be a goal kick for Deering. Just over 12 minutes to go in this game. And takes a deflection. Freeman with some space. We'll get it towards the corner. Gets around the defender. Crosses it in. And it's kicked out.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, there wasn't really anyone there to pass the ball to. A lot of hard work, but you put that hard work with as the season goes on, and those things will get connected.
And just by McCrisky. McCrisky will get it in the corner, saves it from going out, and kicked away by Ginn. Ginn will boot it up the field. Freeman will take the ball. First touch gets put in the middle of the field. Ginn will get it back to Freeman, but taken away by Malevsky. And Price there to scoop it up. Just under 10 minutes to go.
Let's take one more opportunity to recognize tonight is Deering Longfellow night here at Memorial Field. Celebrating the next generation of student athletes here at Deering High School. Thank you for coming and sharing with us tonight. Into the lineup for Scarborough, number 7, Caroline Benson.
Roberts will not force the corner. It was Nieves preventing anything from going towards the net. And Scarborough trying to chase that down.
Entering the lineup for your Rams is number 14, Natalia Mbadu. And number 21, Yale Mbadu.
Throw in, and Scarborough regains possession. Deering not able to get it out. It fell to McCrisky, and the attempt goes right to Price. And I know that losing can hurt, but sometimes it's just about playing in these games, regardless of the outcome.
Well, and it's just a game, and you're gaining experience. It's early in the season, and as you stated earlier, this is a Scarborough team that's coming off a state title, so it's going to be difficult for many teams.
Scarborough able to get it back up the field. 6 minutes to go. Freeman and the ball just too far out in front. And I know for Deering, they're trying to build up the program to get more players, and that starts with having fun.
Well, and it starts with the event tonight. Having a bunch of youngsters here from the elementary school next door to run around on the field, and it looked like the kids were getting some lessons from the boys' varsity players. And so, just getting the kids excited to come to Darren and play. And so everything ebbs and flows. I mean, we've been doing this long enough to have seen some really good Deering soccer teams. And this year they're just struggling with the numbers to allow players to get some rest in a long game.
Yeah, and especially a game that it's running time, so there's no timeouts, there's no stoppage in play.
Right.
The only time play stops is on fouls and goals.
And injury timeouts too.
Yeah.
They don't do extra time for stoppage time, but yeah, you're right. Very few times that they stop the clock, and it's not all action back and forth.
Under 4 to go. Scarborough with a chance. It's kicked back towards the net, and it's kicked out by May Emery. And it's also about creating a culture. And so and you're hoping that when the freshmen that are on the team are seniors, they can get the next wave of players to buy into the team. Freeman will get it towards the net and just wide.
Well, and that's another chance. Earlier they hit the crossbar. They've had a couple of chances, but there's only 3 minutes left to go in this game, and they've played 77 minutes, and you can see that the Darren player is like, I don't care if it's the first 3 minutes, or the last 3 minutes. I'm not giving up.
Garcia, and it's right to DeSoto.
Wow, and then Scarborough has also got to think what they've just allowed to happen in the last 3 minutes. So,
but it's about that never quit attitude for these older players, especially the seniors, teaching the freshmen. And so when the freshmen are seniors, they can take that never quit attitude and teach the freshmen when they're seniors. And it's just about creating this atmosphere of, yeah, we might be losing, but we don't give up.
right.
There's a pile of players, and Deering's still not out of it yet. Under a minute and a half to go. It's going to be a throw-in for Scarborough, under a minute to go. Under 45. And it's going to be a goal kick. Under 30 seconds to go. Freeman will boot it up. And under 10 to go. 5 seconds.
And the goalie will just hold on to it.
And the horn sounds. And there's your ball game. And so the final score is Scarborough 5, Deering 0. And
It was a, for the most part of this game, the Daring girls definitely played some really good defense. A lot of goals dropped in rather quickly for Scarborough during this game, but it was a great second half, and Daring can build upon that second half and see what they got and what they need to do.
yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough when you don't have a lot of substitutes, especially when players are playing the entire game. But you have to ask yourself, did you leave it out all out on the field? And I think they did.
Well, I agree with you. I didn't see any quit whatsoever, even when they were down by 5 in the second half. In fact, I thought they stepped it up quite a bit. There were some great passes, some great opportunities. You're right.
And the great thing about high school sports is that all you have to do is make the tournament. I mean, this is only the fourth game of the season. They play 14, so it's just about building the repertoire of passing, shots on goal towards the end of the season, and that's why they play 14 in this one game, in the totality doesn't mean anything if you make the tournament.
Right. And I'm willing to bet that by the time we get to the end of the season, this Deering team is not going to be the same as what we just saw tonight, because I think they're going to get a good pep talk here. And sometimes, you can lose 5-0 and you can gain a lot. And they gained experience, and I definitely think moving forward, they know what they need to do. Because when you play a good team this early in the season, the coaches, all they got to do is coach you up from here.
And so Deering, their next game is at Sanford, and Scarborough's next game is against Portland. Deering now moves to no wins, 3 losses and 1 tie, and Scarborough moves to 3 wins, no losses, and 1 tie. And so the final score in this one is Scarborough 5, Deering 0. Saying so long. This has been a production of WPPS TV3, Portland Public Schools. Saying good night.
Thank you very much for watching.